did this once before, but my audio levels were a bit janky, so we'll try this again. This is my story, my personal story, and I want to share it with you while trying to encourage others. I know someone on Random Acts of Amazon is upset because they've gained some weight and they've got their wedding coming up in a few months. And I just want to tell you first and foremost to not be upset at yourself or anybody else. Don't be upset. To love yourself anyway, and to understand that there's going to be ups and downs when it comes to these things. And you want to lose weight, and that is a fantastic and admirable goal. And I just want to tell you my story. I graduated high school in 2009, and at that point I was 380 pounds. Let's change this thing a little bit. Yeah, you can see. I was a big guy, and I've always been a big guy. I've always had broad shoulders. I've always had a bigger build. But at that point in my life, I didn't care what I looked like or how much I weighed or anything like that. I didn't care about my health. And I know that's a huge thing for a lot of people, is that they don't care. They feel like they're stuck in this body. At least that's how I felt. I was stuck in this fat body and I couldn't get rid of it, so I might as well accept it and live with it and just not care. And I maintained that weight for a while. I maintained that weight into college, kind of jumping between 380 and 390. There was a few good months when I was down to 370, and I felt good about myself, but I still didn't care about my weight in the absolute slightest. And then we kind of got the news that my cousin had a brain tumor, and my little cousin Eric is a brother to me, and I love him like a brother, and he'll always be my little brother. He always will. And we got the news that he had a brain tumor, and that it would be with him for the rest of his life, and probably would be the thing that kills him. And that was in 2011, I think. And I got depressed, and I sought comfort in food, like a lot of people do. And I just ballooned up. I got up to 420 pounds, probably more. And I say probably more because, in all honesty, my scale maxes out at 420, and I went over the scale. I went absolutely over the scale, so 420 is the only concrete number I have. It was probably closer to 440, in all honesty. And me being 6'3", I mean, you see how big I am in that photo. I'm 6'3". Do you see how big that is? But, by the end of 2011, I made a decision to kick the weight to the curb and to change my diet and everything up. And what I did was I cut out pop entirely. I don't drink pop anymore, with the exception of a few special occasions. I'll have a pop now and then. And even then, I don't like the taste of it anymore. And I started working out more often. I got on these pills called Healthy Trim that are supposed to be appetite suppressants. They helped out a lot, but I mean, your mileage may vary. I don't support going for dietary supplements. I've learned a lot more about nutrition in the past few years, so I know how to regulate my diet and how to make it a healthier diet, so I don't need those things anymore. But when I was just starting out, I kind of needed it, and I thought I needed it. I thought it would be this magic pill that helped me to lose weight. And looking back on it now, it helped a little, but I really changing my diet to be healthier and doing more exercise. I was swimming for the first year, and the first year I ended up actually losing about 100 pounds or so. By June of 2012, I had lost 50 pounds, and I was at 360 pounds. I guess that's closer to 60 pounds. Either way, I was at 360 pounds by June of 2012. And by Christmas, I was at the lowest I'd been in ages. I was at 340 pounds. And I was so amazed that I had lost so much weight that I could do it. And I believed in myself for the first time ever. I had more energy, I had more optimism. I felt like I could do anything. And that's really been the change in my life, is the positive energy from losing this weight and seeing that yes, in fact, you can do anything. You specifically, whoever's watching this right now, I want you to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what your goal, you have to first believe here. Because our minds are the rudders of our bodily ship. You have to believe here so that you can believe here. And once you believe here in your heart, and it's really hard to believe, trust me, I've had so many downfalls and so many turnarounds, and I've stopped believing in myself so many times. But as soon as you believe here, then you can take action. Then you can get out there and you can do that extra little bit. You can walk up those stairs instead of taking the escalator. You can walk to your car. You can park a little bit further away in the parking lot and walk there with the groceries you have. It's so simple, but it's so hard because we think we can't do it. And as soon as right here, as soon as that word can't enters your mind, that's when you truly can. And I want you to know that you'll have those days when you think, I can't do it. And I want you to know that I believe in you and that I know you can do it. You saying you can't do it is just the darkness that's in this world, whatever you want to call it. That's your own self-doubt saying, you don't need to do this. It's whispering in your ears, that little devil on your shoulder going, you don't need to do this. You're just fine as you are. Don't worry about it. And you are. The greatest thing the devil has against us is being able to speak the truth while lying to us at the same time. You are perfect just the way you are. Never believe otherwise. You are wonderful and amazing and beautiful, and I honestly truly believe that you are God's gift to this earth. That being said, wanting to improve yourself and wanting to change yourself to be the person you want to be, that isn't a bad thing. So never believe that you can't do something because you're perfect the way you are. Rather, believe that you can do something because you have the power to change who you are whenever you want. Be positive about yourself and be positive about the changes you're making. But anyway, to go back to my story, December 2012, my grandma passed away. December 9th, 1 a.m. on a Sunday. I like to joke and say that she didn't want to be late for church, so she went to church in heaven. But rather than be depressed and turn back to food, and I was sorely tempted, believe you me, I was sorely tempted to do just that. I looked back on my life and I realized that my grandmother never stopped doubting or never stopped believing in me and never doubted me in the slightest. She would always say that I look wonderful and that I look like I'm losing weight. And she was so proud of me for losing as much weight as I had been. So that December I made a vow to get down to 300 pounds for her. And to never stop believing in myself to kind of keep that memory alive. And throughout 2013, I fought with 320. And eventually I got down to 316. And I was proud of myself. And I want you to remember this too. When you don't lose weight, don't hate yourself. And when you gain just a few pounds, don't hate yourself. Don't punish yourself. Please don't punish yourself. Punishing yourself is only going to hurt you. It's not going to help. Reward yourself for the small victories. Set your mind, rather than I want to lose 100 pounds in this year, set your mind to I want to lose 10 pounds this month. I want to lose 5 pounds this month. I want to lose 1 pound this month. And when you get that 1 pound, when you get those 5 pounds, hell, if you get those 100 pounds this year, congratulations. I am so proud of you. But reward yourself for those. Go on a shopping spree. Go on a little trip for doing so wonderfully. Don't punish yourself for gaining a pound. Don't punish yourself for gaining 5 pounds. Don't punish yourself ever, because that's going to make you hate losing weight, and it's going to make you gain weight because you're not positive anymore. You're negative. You're being negative about everything now. As soon as you start punishing yourself, as soon as you start looking at your weight loss as an I can't, and that's a big thing for me. As soon as you start saying I can't in any form, I can't have this, I can't have that. Don't do that. Don't say I can't do this. Say I can. because what my grandma used to say is can't, never, could, do nothing. And I know that's a double negative, but you gotta roll with the southern sayings here. You know what I mean? But yeah, can't, never, could do anything was what she meant, and it's true. Just believe in yourself and be positive, because that's how I've been, and it's helped me lose weight. And you can see from the picture there that, you know, I don't have the best posture in that photo, but you can tell that I'm a really big guy. And my mom likes to call, because she's a professional photographer, goosenecking, where to make your double chin look smaller, you'll stick your neck out just a little bit, not so much that you notice it, but just a little bit. And you can see me doing it in that photo. And if I were to do the same pose now, right here, you know, you can easily tell the difference. You can so tell the difference between those two photos in these past 3 years. And what I'm doing now is yoga, and I would highly recommend doing any kind of yoga. It's low impact, it's easy. I shouldn't say it's easy. I should say it's easy to do, difficult to maintain. You can do it anywhere. It's stretching. It is stretching. That is all it is. And it builds strength and flexibility, and it builds core strength. And I've been doing yoga for 3 months, and that 320 I was fighting with all 2013, I was fighting with 316 for all of 2014. And as soon as I started my yoga in August, gone. I'm 293 today, and I'm 293 today because I had a wonderful support system, and I never stopped believing in myself, because I knew my grandmother never stopped believing in me, and I know my family is encouraging me, my friends have been encouraging me. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to knock over the microphone and deafen you, so forgive me for that right there. I'm so very sorry. Anyway, I get a little bit enthusiastic about this stuff because I honestly truly believe you can do anything you set your mind to. It's something we tell our kids the moment they understand the concept of understanding each other, and we forget it as we get older and jaded, but you can do anything you set your mind to. And I've been able to lose this much weight thanks to the support and encouragement of my church, and because of my faith in God, and because of my faith in my family and their encouragement, my friends' encouragement for me to keep going. And I want to encourage you today, whoever you are, to don't stop what you're doing. On your journey to self-improvement, don't stop, and don't stop believing in yourself. And if you for a moment doubt yourself, come back and watch this video. Do anything you can to motivate yourself, and know that I'm pulling for you, I'm rooting for you. And it sounds cheesy and cliche, and it sounds like a trainer on an exercise DVD, but those guys, they do that to get you motivated and keep going. But they do that so that you can keep doing it, so that you'll buy their DVD. You're not going to buy a DVD from me. You're not going to buy a workout video from me. This is just me, Average AJ, TSE Epic, if you want to go with my username on Reddit. I'm just honestly, truly enthusiastic about you, and I want you to lose this weight. I want you to get better. I want you to quit smoking, quit drinking, whatever it is you're going through. You can do it, because I believe in you, and I'm praying for you, and I truly and honestly believe you can do this. And yeah, that's my story, and I want you... Whoop, I turned off the thing. I did the wrong one. Whoopsies. I want you today to honestly and truly look back on your life and see the good things that have happened. And let me move this so that I'm more centered. Not that way, AJ. There we go. And you see that text right there? You can do anything. And you can. I believe you can do anything. So I want to thank you so much for listening to me ramble for, 15 minutes. But you can do anything. If there's anything that you should get from any of my video logs, from any of my videos of any sort, it's that you can do anything, and that I believe in you, and that I love you, and that I honestly, truly think you are a wonderful and beautiful human being. I want to thank you for joining me today, and for listening to me ramble. And as always, I'm going to sign off in my traditional way. I want to wish you the best of luck in everything. I want to wish you good luck, Godspeed, and God bless. Peace. Bye-bye.